up, YouTube fam? Baby, I'm here in the ATL.
Take the exit toward downtown Atlanta.
Okay, I'm here in the ATL. I don't have no makeup on. I ain't did nothing to myself. I get me what you guys need, because you know you guys are important to me. So, yo, I'll check back with you soon, and we gonna do this today. Coming up on it, guys. There go Dr. King's house. Oh my God. Oh my God. There go Dr. King's house. I gotta find somewhere to park. So the house in front of us symbolized two eras of change in the Sweet Auburn community built in the 1890s. These houses were at first homes to both white and black working class tenants. But in 1910, this block, like most Auburn Avenue, was solely African American. For the next 50 years, a succession of cooks, laundresses, candy makers, maids, and dressmakers made this block their home. Wow. This block right here, guys, that we're looking at. Let's make our way down to Dr. King's house. There's so much rich history here in Atlanta. You know, a lot of times, you know, we live in these cities that we really don't pay tribute to the history behind it. And every time they showcase Atlanta, they always got something negative to say about Atlanta, in my opinion. So I want to showcase Atlanta on my channel as what it is, Black beautiful culture. Sylvia and Jenkins Bryant offered readings and writings, arithmetic, dressmaking, printing, and other trades. Her husband and Rev. Peter James Bryant taught a course for up-and-coming preachers. And this is her family, I believe. Or maybe people from, oh, that's her house. It's that house right there. Oh, wow. Oh, man. The cool thing about this block, too, is that these houses are still standing. They're still standing. And they still hold some sort of beautiful history to them. No wonder Tyler Perry settled in this city and made this city even greater with what he brought to it. I'm getting a Tyler Perry studio vibe. So this is Brian Graves' house. This was the home of Rev. Peter James. We just read about him. And later Antoine Graves. Here Brian wrote sermons he delivered as a pastor of Wheat Street Baptist Church. This is his house. Wow, look at the character of the home. Look at the porches. They were made for a community, for families. Oh, look at this, y'all. Wow. Oh my God, I'm about to start crying. Are they letting people in Dr. King's house? Oh, let's go over here. What is that? apartment house. This apartment represents the ups and downs of the Auburn Avenue neighborhood. As property owners started to move away in the 50s, numerous dwellings gradually fell into disrepair. Oh wow, look. Since 1982, the National Park Service and various civic organizations have conducted historic research projects on the buildings. The National Park Service has rehabilitated, restored, and encased, reconstructed several buildings to their appearance. In 1929 to 41, when Martin Luther King Jr. lived in this neighborhood. Martin Luther King Jr. walked these streets. Oh, look at the apartment buildings back in the day. Wow. I feel like I should have on a dress with heels. Look at the screen porch. I wonder can we look inside? I'm not gonna do that. This is Martin Luther King Jr.'s neighbor's house. And this is his house, y'all. We're at Dr. King's house. You're fine. You're fine. I just want to put that on there.
This is the birthplace of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. This house was built in 1895. This is a 2,800 square foot, 6-bedroom house.
Wow.
Dr. King's maternal grandfather, Reverend Adam Daniel Williams, was the second owner of this house. Purchased his property in 1909 for a purchase price of $3,500 with a down payment of $500 and a monthly mortgage of $30.
Wow.
And they only had to make their mortgage payments for 100 months. That means they paid for this house in 8.5 years.
Oh my God.
Now, when he moved in with his wife, Miss Jenny Celeste, and their young daughter, Miss Alberta Williams. That's Dr. King's mom.
Okay.
25% of the items that you're going to see inside the house are original. Everything else is a period piece. Between the years of 1971 and 1973, Dr. King's mother went to an old 1935 Sears and Roebuck catalog. That's where she selected the wallpaper that we put inside the house. After that, she went to magazines, period, old family photograph albums, and she selected items that would be identical to her or similar to her. And she then came and she placed them exactly where they went inside our house at that time. Now, when Dr. King's parents got married in 1926, they moved in with their in-laws. Williams graciously gave up their bedroom upstairs on the second floor to a young newlywed couple. Took the bedroom on the first floor as their own. Reverend Williams passed suddenly in 1931. Had a massive heart attack. Grandma Jenny could no longer stay in that room, so they ended up switching bedrooms back out. The only reason that we call this the birth house is simply because all 3 children in the King family were born inside this house. Segregated institution. He felt that they would not give his family the best of care, so when children were born, he hired a doctor and a midwife to birth off with his children. And Grandma Jenny passed in the spring 1941. Nobody in the immediate King family ever lived in this house again except for Dr. King's young brother, A.D., for a short period during the 1950s. And Mick, you got him?
So, yo, I just got done with the tour, and I got really emotional because I thought about all the stuff, all the things that Dr. King did for this country and this nation, and they still killing our black men and putting our black men in prisons and not giving them a chance to be men. This was so humbling. It's just so beautiful. I got to see Dr. King's room where he was born. He lived in that house till he was 12 years old. It's just so beautiful to see. You know, my brothers, they never got a chance to see this. Every black man needs to be in that house, paying tribute to him. All that he did, despite them killing his mother in the church. I'm gonna go to the church soon. Killing his mother in the church as she played the piano. Killing him because he wanted to make this world better. This is one memorable moment I will never forget. All right, y'all. So these are the original slave houses. Because remember, this block was divided between middle and lower class. So middle class typically probably would live that way. As you can see, the houses are huge. And then we have the lower class here. And I still would live in this. So there are people actually living in these homes. And what the tour guide told us is that Miss King purchased all these homes. And she said to make sure that whoever is going to live in this home, that the mortgage stay what it was when she originally bought it. So if the mortgage was $150, that is exactly what these residents are paying right now to this day, $150 and up. But this is Dr. King's block. This is where our leader walked these streets at 12 years old before he entered into college several years later. I'm humbled, I'm grateful, and I'm proud to be a black woman. Proud. All right, y'all, that's it. Rest in peace, Dr. King. And I'm making my way to my car right now.